Hello everyone and welcome back to Lucky15, where I'm giving you my each way Lucky 15 predictions for tomorrow's horse racing action, as usual here on the channel. Well, what can I say, really, it was a great day today. We had the biggest tip ever that we've predicted in the time we've been vlogging on this channel. We've been going now for just over 6 months, and today we had a 25-1 winner over at Newmarket. A really nice performance with Out and Order. It was a very good ride by Andrea Azzani, and it proved to be today, if you were against the stand sides running rail, it was always going to help you winning the race. Our other horse that won for us was Lawrence at 10-1 as well, used the same tactics, staying against the stand sides rail, and a lot of the winners at Newmarket today came from down that part of the track, so it was often a big help to the horses today to get them across the winning line. And we had two decent winners out of the 4 on our each way Lucky 15 predictions. I can't believe that really we got a 25-1. I was absolutely like jumping up and down, because often we don't get many good winners like that of those kind of SPs, and it's always nice getting a good win like that as well. And then to follow it up with Lawrence as well at 10-1, that was another nice feeling as well. So I was really pleased with the way it went today. Also as well, we did have a place with Sound and Silence. I know it's only 11-4 on in the end at best odds, but it gave a good race, and it was not unlucky. I just think it probably wasn't the best horse on the day. It was a nice ride, but the winner though, Able Handy by James Doyle in the end for Declan Carroll. It was a really nice ride, and it was always between those two really in that race today. So that was our place then. And then our Nap Dabia really didn't get into the race today, was being hard ridden quite early on, from about halfway really, by Frankie Dettori, and never looked like it was going to catch up with the main group in the field, so that was kind of disappointing there. But over on the loaded lot, however, it wasn't bad there though. We put up two good place selections at 10-1 with Souriyan for William Haggis and Adam Kirby, and then we did another one as well, Fools and Kings over at York in the 355. That was a really nice performance, but it was always carrying a light weight. It travelled really well into the race, and at one point, with about a furlong and a half to go, I just thought, you know what, it might claw back and win that race, but it finished about a length down in the end, and it placed again round about 25-1, so it was a pretty good day really. And then the one I said that kind of was a no-brainer, Torcello, kind of let us down in the end, but maybe last time out was just a bit too impressive, and it maybe needs its break for the winter now. So I'm pretty pleased with how today went. It was one of our better days that we've had recently, and there's some good horse racing on tomorrow that we'll be getting stuck into in a minute. Also as well, want to shout out as well, like I said, I've only been doing this for 6 months really, and we finally got 100 followers on Twitter now, starting from nothing. When I started this, I didn't know anyone about like you guys, like anyone about betting or tips really, and it was just great really to at least get a good following now, and hopefully we can build that across the winter with some good national hunt racing to come. Also as well, I'm starting to go places now. A lot of you also know that I now do a postgraduate master's course in sports broadcast journalism. It's going good. I'm learning a lot of new stuff, really kind of getting a bit more to grips on the technology side, and hopefully soon maybe we'll start to implement that in some of the videos and things like that really. So we'll hopefully do that maybe in a couple of months time when I get a bit more familiar with all the fancy stuff. So hopefully this channel can improve on the way it looks, and it's not just me in my bedroom giving you my tips on my phone. Also as well, I've got kind of like a position now within horse racing reporting. I'm going to be working at Wincanton Racecourses when we resume racing next week as kind of like a social media presenter, so I'll be doing things like Facebook Live, also doing things on Twitter and the social media there, and really getting quite a privileged role really, getting behind the scenes of racing, and I just can't wait to get started working with them, so I'm really looking forward to that. So you can check us out on the Wincanton social media if you want to see my face over there, or maybe don't really, but I've had a haircut now anyway. So yeah, so that's what I've got to say with what's been going on with me. I'm going to get on to tomorrow's Each Way Lucky 15 predictions. Also as well, I did see in the comments for yesterday's vlog a few people saying, oh well, why do you do it in an each way Lucky 15? It's not as profitable. You guys don't have to do this as an each way Lucky 15 at all. In fact, I don't do this as a each way Lucky 15 all the time. Like, sometimes I might only bet on 2 or 3 of the horses. I might do them as a single, or I might put them all together. But as I started, I did this as an each way Lucky 15 in the format, and we can continue to do it. You can continue to do it if you do it loyally, or if you just want to take one of the selections that I give. It's entirely up to you what you want to do. But like I said, at the end of the day, when I created this channel, it's just a bit of fun, and that's what it's going to continue to be like. So anyway, enough of me blagging on. You're probably already bored now. I'm going to be kicking off with our each way Lucky 15 selections for tomorrow. Tomorrow is really a fantastic card all around, really, for everywhere. Newmarket, York, Chepstow's got a proper decent jumps card on, getting ready for really getting stuck into the national hunt season now. A lot of the good horses are coming back for their first runs of the season, and it's getting really exciting. So there's a bit of something for everyone tomorrow. So the first selection I'm going to give tomorrow, we've given before, and also it's going to be my nap for tomorrow, and it's in the first race at York, coincidentally, with a horse in the 205 called Anything Today. It's currently 5-1 with bookmakers at the moment, trained by a good trainer, Hugo Palmer, and Louis Stewart, I should say, takes the ride tomorrow. This horse has been running very well this season, getting a few wins under its belt, often making the frame in the races. Last time out was 3rd at Newbury, in a pretty good handicap, if I've got to be honest. It was very competitive, but ran very well, confirming that it's been a very good horse this year, and I could see it putting in another bold performance tomorrow. I thought 5-1 was a pretty good price, really, and if you look at all the horses in the race, this has probably been the most consistent horse that's been going out of this field tomorrow. Also as well, I thought 5-1 wasn't a bad price there, and if you look at a key statistic in this race, out of the last 4 renewals of this race, 3 of them have been won by 3-year-olds, and this is what this horse is, 3 years old. It's also in receipt of weight tomorrow because of that 3-year-old allowance, and I thought I could put in a good performance tomorrow, and that's why it's going to be my nap to kick us off tomorrow. We then go over to the Zarovich, if I can pronounce that right, at Newmarket in the 340. Massive race, 30 plus horses running in this race. A lot of bookmakers are paying 8 places, so it's kind of maybe worth looking at a couple of horses in the race, because if they finish in the first 8 at least and you think they're going to run well, you might as well do it, because a lot of the horses are going to be probably the favourite or something. I think it's 8-1 currently at the moment, so even if it places, you're still going to make a little bit of money from the place that you did if you did it at a single, so it's definitely worth doing that. But the one I'm going to be giving you here on my Each Way Lucky 15 vlog is a horse called Dubawi 50. It's currently 16-1 with bookmakers at the moment, and I thought it definitely had a chance of making the frame tomorrow at this price. It's trained by Karen McClintock, and Graham Lee, good experienced jockey, takes a ride tomorrow. It's owned by Paul and Claire Rooney, and like in the name, it's by Dubawi, good sire to be related to. This horse has been improving very well, winning 2 of its last starts on the turf, and I think there's definitely a lot more to come tomorrow. It's been Upton trip, which should be interesting, but I think it can definitely handle it. Connections as well seem to like the idea of it going up in trip, and I thought tomorrow really it could put in a good performance and definitely make the frame. But obviously with a race with a big field, it's going to be hard to identify the winner. But I thought Dubawi 50, you know what, ain't a bad selection there for tomorrow, and hopefully can put in a good performance. So that's going to be the second selection there. The third selection tomorrow sees us go for our only jump selection in our Each Way Lucky 15 tomorrow at Chepstow in the 410 with a horse called Souriyan. It's 14-1 with bookmakers at the moment. Father and son, Sean and Peter Bowen, are teaming up for this one, for that combination. Peter Bowen's stable been pretty good this summer, and I thought this horse had a good chance of doing well tomorrow. It's been up and coming, it's been whacked up by the handicapper, obviously winning its races, but it's done it in good style. But it's the only one really in the field that's been running of late, and it's won 2 races recently, Utoxeter and Stratford, and even though it probably needs a career best tomorrow, it's going to be carrying a nice weight, and I think a lot of the horses in the race really need probably the first run back. So I thought Souriyan could go well, already fit and ready to go, and I thought 14 to 1 wasn't a bad price there each way to really get stuck into that horse there. So that's my third selection there. We then go over to Group 3 for the last race on the card at Newmarket for the day, with a horse called Monarchs Glen. It's currently 6 to 1 in the 5.25 at Newmarket. And I thought this horse tomorrow, Monarchs Glen, had a very good chance. Like I said, 6 to 1. It's trained by John Gosden, who we all know is a fantastic trainer, teaming up with one of his main men, Frankie Dettori. Great jockey, and this horse has been running really well. Won a listed race at Goodwood last time, and I thought it could definitely follow up. They did do a gelding operation on this horse a few months ago, and it's starting to pay dividends now. It's been running really well. Came second behind a good horse called Thunder in Blue at Sandown in a handicap in early September. And then, like I said, it won the listed race at Goodwood last month in good style, beating some nice horses there. It's probably ready, if I'm honest, to take the Group 3 route now. And also as well, it's by Frankel, so it's got a lovely pedigree. And I thought 6 to 1 at least should have good each way claims, if not a win claim as well. So they're my each way Lucky 15 predictions for tomorrow. Also as well, watch out for the load lot, because like I said, there's a lot of good races on tomorrow, and there'll be a few other selections that we'll be putting up on our Twitter channel there. So if you don't follow us there already, please check us out at LuckyLoads15 on Twitter. Also as well, please gamble responsibly. I don't want you losing too much money from my selections. Also as well, like I said, thank you for all your support so far. Please subscribe as well to our YouTube channel if you haven't done so already. Also as well, please leave your comments in the comments box below if you've got any good bets tomorrow, if you have any big fancies. I'd like to know your opinions. So yeah, that's all I've got to say really. Hopefully we can have a good day tomorrow, and we'll be seeing you soon.